All right. Shalom Yashala. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Waharaka Kodash Brakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Achion pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat that are listening. What I have here on the screen is your boy Pete Salakia, Pete Hegseth, I believe, and he's the Secretary of United States Secretary of War. You know, self-explanatory. You know, this is, and I'm gonna let the excerpt of this clip play, man. But this is prophecy, man. Okay, this is prophecy. This is the time that we're in. Okay, ain't no ands, ifs, buts about it. Okay, this is all according to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay, and if this doesn't register to you through the Spirit, hey, you gotta, hey, that's on you. But we know according to the Spirit, you know, this is how these scriptures line up to these figures, you know, according to prophecy. Okay, I'm gonna let this play, then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
Should our enemies choose foolishly to challenge us, they will be crushed by the violence, precision, and ferocity of the War Department. In other words, to our enemies, F-A-F-O. If necessary, our troops can translate that for you. Another way to put it is peace through strength, brought to you by the warrior ethos. And we are restoring both. As President Trump has said, and he's right, we have the strongest, most powerful, most lethal, and most prepared military on the planet. That is true, full stop. Nobody can touch us.
Hey, and as you can, and as you can see, man, he was very serious, man. You know, he was very serious. Nothing sounded like a joke up there. Okay. Prideful, yes. Arrogant, yes. But guess what? The Lord set E to be up that way, man. Okay. And to be what? To be top of the food chain here in Babylon, man. Okay. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Here it is. You have the Secretary of War. Okay. Pete Hegseth. Okay. It doesn't, that's clarity, man. I could literally, to be quite honest with you, you know, no cap through the Spirit, bro. I could just read these and close the lesson out, man. That was very clear, man. Plain as day. But you got knuckleheads out here, or these non-believers and naysayers, which, hey, that's gonna be yoke on your face, man. Okay. Guess what? Our hands are clean, man. Our hands are clean. Because woe unto what? Woe unto me if we preach not the gospel. Woe unto me if I preach not the gospel. Okay, this is the good news. Prophecy is coming, you know, coming to a neighborhood near you, man. Okay, let me continue, and actually let me reread that in its entirety. Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay, he just gave y'all all the info you needed. Okay, all, you know, just in case, you know, y'all forgot, you know, allow me to reintroduce myself. You know, verse 22, cast thy burden upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Okay, this word will continue to go out until this place is destroyed, man. Okay, until Babylon the Great is out of here. Okay, the elect will not be moved. Okay, this word is not going to stop. Okay, this is the Lord's program, bro. So yes, okay, we're, you know, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua, from the apostles, bishops, and elders on down, we're anchormen. We're reporting the news. Okay? You can't, can't have the news if you don't have reporters and anchormen, right? Verse 23, but thou, O Most High, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. Okay? That's what we're doing. We're trusting in the Lord. Okay? We're being tried, being pissed off at every angle in your daily life, but prophecy don't stop. Just because I'm having mishaps and hiccups and, being tried, in my daily life and other Achaeon being tried, hey, we will continue to trust in the Most High, man. Okay, the Lord keeps showing us signs, man. How much more clear does it need to be? Okay, you have all this top-notch technology right in your face. Okay, you have terabytes on phones and laptops, tons of search engines, tons of platforms, and of course, with a lot of the news that's going out, you got to spit out the bones. But hey, it's here, man. It's here. And if you not, getting what the Lord is putting down, that's, hey, tough shit, man. Tough cookie. It is going down, man. Okay. This is Obadiah, starting at 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord, our power, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Okay. So even while in the midst of all this, he is going to, get his stuff off how the Lord designed it to be. Okay. But in the process of that, look at how all these nations are sitting back and looking and gathering. You don't think they're licking their chops as well? You don't think like, oh, really? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're being challenged on how your military is, how your AI is, how your troops are, and so forth. How much more you're advanced. Salakia, how much more your country is more advanced than the other, right? So yeah, through the Spirit, this is a pissing contest. But guess what? This pissing contest is only coming via Yahweh Bashem Yashah through prophecy, man. Okay. And you better believe Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, he meant what he said. And guess what? Putin mean what he says as well. Okay. Kim Jong-un, I believe that's his name. All those guys, man, they in the gym. They in the gym. And the Lord has put that spirit on them to be in the gym, to get these shots up, repetitious, because we're clearly in World War III, but it's getting more intense. Okay, it's becoming more intense. I'll continue reading. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Okay, in E's mind, right? Because what? E has been what? Since he's been in rule, since the existence of America, what? He's been top of the food chain, right? He's been the standard. So of course, that pride is out of this world, but guess what? The Lord has E in a trick bag, man. Okay? And E has become what? Like verse 2 says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Okay? E has been greatly despised, E, everybody's fed up with E. So this is the last woo-ha, man. This is the last go around, bro. This is the last call. This is the last call, man. It is going down. Okay. Verse 4, though thou, Salakia, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, is not that the symbol of America? You know, with the American flag and what have you. It's on our currency, you know. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, NASA, you know, your space program, you got who's that? You had Jeff Bezos and Elon, you know. This is clear as day through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man, who's who and how spirit is and how the spirit of prophecy is popping off. Thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Okay? So even with, you know, everything going on with you know, making these announcements, you know, he's going to go hard in the paint. You know, of course we're going to be targeted, you know, and we're already targeted, man. They already, you know, is trying to find a roundabout way to come at us in particular angles, man. Everything that we touch on is going to be a red flag for them. You know, this, you know, America calls themselves a Christian nation, but stop. You're not followers of Yahushua HaMashiach. If that was the case, none of this BS would be going on. Okay? And plus, you not calling on names. Let me get, here we go. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and this is Yahushua HaMashiach speaking, okay? Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, okay? The end is not yet, but we're very close. We're very close to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. We're getting very close. But that little excerpt of that video, that little segment right there, yeah, it's up, you know, and people are going to remain in their feelings and get dusted off. You know, you have this whole thing of people saying, you know, they talk a good game. Man, look, they letting you know what's about to happen. They are letting you know what's about to happen. Since Trump got in office, he has not slowed down. He has not slowed down. Okay? And that's the spirit, man. That's because the Lord is in control of all this. So the Lord has these things in place, man. And it's beautiful to see. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Have we not seen that in all these spots? Yes. We've seen these pestilences. We know what 2020 brought. He's saying, you know, and it kept mutating and what have you. Then earthquakes in diverse places. Look at the workforce. You know, that's, hey, and then soon it's gonna be a famine of the word too. So call halal Yahweh Shem Yahshua for that, man. We ready to get off the streets, man. To hell with these simpletons, man. Because it's getting drastic, man. You know, and I speak as a man who talks to people who have a great deal of knowledge about going into war and how the government and law enforcement is going to move, and also how foreign troops are going to move, starting from Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramlab, the bishops, the elders on down. to the brothers who may have crossed over last month, brothers, we see and have different experiences that, like, bro, this has to be the truth. This is prophecy in motion. This is nothing short of what Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is saying, man. This is very overwhelming, but it's a beautiful overwhelming. Like, damn, like, we here. So things are going to continue to intensify. There ain't no slowing down now. Things are going to continue to intensify. So once again, look at that job market. I believe the government shutdown. You know, I believe they're going to gut jobs out of there, man. You know, so it's only up from here, man. Y'all could bury me, Baba Shah. I think I had this particular one. Oh yeah, here we go. Bury me, Baba Shah. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting at verse 1. Also, I don't think I mentioned it already, but you know, through the Spirit, I know it's been other people in politics that may have been deemed as other people, you know, in the reincarnation. But man, this guy Pete Hegseth could possibly be Scipio Africanus, or possibly Julius Caesar, man. You know, this guy Pete is on it, man. The Lord put that spirit on him, man. So there ain't no telling who that dude is, man. You know, he just got that look, you know, that like, yeah, that's, you know, in the past, that nigga was a Roman general, bro. He was a Roman general. He's with the smoke. Okay. I just want to bring that point out. Verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay. So when Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, you know, come back, that's, whew, bro, it's a lot of beautiful can of worms to open up with this truth, man. You know. So, whew, it's just a beautiful thing, man. Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, did he just not say peace and strength? And that peace and strength is what? Keeping so-called America safe. Our enemies, we're going to crush. That wasn't no cute ass speech. He wasn't talking about no summit meetings and hearings and nah, bro. He wasn't talking about none of that. He's talking about beef and crushing you, bro. Violently. Okay? Not no big ass dinner and to where the, all the news publications and other platforms are there to take photo ops. Nah. He talking about, hey, you step on our toes, it's going down, bro. Let me reread verse 3 and finish up. For when they shall say peace and safety, he said peace and strength, correct? Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, so it's gonna be, it's about to get crucial, but he will not win. Yasharallah will prevail, man. Okay, the nation of Israel will prevail. Because if you notice, with all this war and what have you, what's always at the end of it? Did this go around? Israel being the victor, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach coming back to get his lick back, and so forth. There's always something to be mindful and grateful for, Akyam. That, hey, we're in those times. So, but I just want to touch up on that. And Abaratazah, this is edifying for the body. So once again, with that, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakakwadash Brakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akion, pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. Shalom.